snow is falling down, and it is cold outside. We gather around the fireplace, and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about.
Okay, I know I look the same now as I did in yesterday's outro. So you just saw me start making that Southwest rice. The burner on my stove, and I don't know how I forget. Don't know. Let me see if this helps. It does not. So the burner on my stove, don't know how I forget. You know, everybody has like a favorite burner. Maybe that's just me. Anyways, yeah, so the burner on my stove gets, even if it's on low, it's broken. It goes to the max heat, doesn't matter every time. I walked away for a second to hand my baby a muffin to get a water, like walked 20 steps away. I don't even know what happened. The whole bottom of it burned terribly. I even tried giving it a taste. It tasted terrible. So we're scrapping that because I was going to do like a Tex-Mex style breakfast for me and my husband. The kids won't really eat that, but I was just doing something for us because it's the weekend. So that didn't work. I did have a couple burritos. I had a chicken burrito and a bean and cheese burrito in my freezer. I'm making the chicken one for my husband, the bean and cheese one for me. He's going to have some scrambled eggs on the side. I'm going to have a couple fried eggs on the side. And that is going to be our Tex-Mex style breakfast. Joy when things don't go to plan. But that's okay because there was something else. I'm a little disappointed that that went to waste. It wasn't expensive. I did buy it on sale and it was just one bag. But it's one of those things you don't really like to waste when you're trying to make everything stretch and last, because you don't want to break the bank. Food's expensive these days, even on sale, even the cheap stuff, it's expensive. And you know, for me, I'm all about buying store brand. I'll shop any store if they've got a sale and buy store brand. Does not matter the store. And even then, it's pricier than it used to be. So with a larger family, you kind of look at those pennies pinched. So for me right now, that's a little bit disheartening that that had to go in the garbage. But I did save breakfast, so there's a plus. So when I fix our plates, I will show them to you. And then my kids are probably gonna have scrambled eggs to follow up their muffins. So yeah, come along on today with me. Okay, so I am just making a loaf of Amish white bread. My family really enjoys this. Right now, I am just putting 2 tablespoons of sugar into some warm water and putting the equivalent to a packet of yeast into it. Sorry, my babies are up and active. And I am just giving it a little mix, and I will let it rest for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go ahead and get my flour out, and I'm going to put 3 cups of flour into my mixer along with, I think it's 3/4 a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of oil. 1 or 2 tablespoons. I have to check the recipe, but I will leave the recipe linked in my description box. I watched another YouTuber, Tiffany over at LargeFamilyLove, make this recipe, and I made it and my family absolutely loves it. So it is definitely a great recipe. I just kind of eyeballed the salt. Wasn't too wild of an amount. And then I add my 2 tablespoons of oil into my mixer, and I get it mixing for just a couple minutes and get it all incorporated together. Once the 10 minutes is up, I will add my yeast mixture and then mix my dough for about another 10 minutes. I believe maybe I went for 8 minutes. But yeah, so here's Maverick helping me. He was really excited to help. My boys, my older boys are always excited to jump in the kitchen and help me, you know, with different recipes. I did need to add about a tablespoon more water to my bread dough because it just really wasn't coming together. So I add about a tablespoon and a half of water to it. I'm not sure if I show that though, but it helped it come together. It did not make it overly sticky. It didn't mess the dough up any. And when the dough was fully cooked, it came together just fine. So I I put my dough in a greased bowl. And now here you guys can see, after I have set my dough aside, I am now shredding up a 2-pound block of sharp cheddar cheese. I meant to do this a couple days ago and forgot, but here I am now shredding up my cheese. You guys, I got 3 freezer bags full of cheese. And let me tell you, I absolutely love cheese. Who doesn't love cheese? Well, there's probably a lot of people who don't love cheese. I love cheese. So me and my husband were sitting here as we were grating it. We were taking little pinches of cheese and eating it because, you know, you got to, right? That's kind of what you got to do with cheese. But anyways, this bowl was piled full of cheese. And I don't know about you guys, but I have this really cool grater. It's awesome, but it never stays stuck. And here I am just vacuum sealing my cheese now. Like I said, I did get 3 bags. So 2 went into my freezer and 1 went into my fridge so that I would have cheese to work with. I did vacuum seal it, but probably when I cut it open to use it, I will just use a clip or I'll re-vacuum seal it. It really doesn't make a difference to me. Look, guys, I'm labeling my bag. I actually remember to label my bag. And yes, sometimes I forget. I actually forget a lot. As far as my cheese goes, I think I did maybe about 3 cups into each bag, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I kind of just ended up eyeballing it. But, you know, it was a good amount of cheese, so I'm not upset about it. It'll work for a few different recipes. But yeah, I was super excited about that.
Christmas for everyone.
You want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me on my pickles alone.
Look, it's clever. Mm-hmm. You mean to can your pickle juice for you? So you have shots of pickle juice? I can do that.
Yeah.
Banging. Okay, so I did get 3 of these bags. That was a 2-pound block of cheese, and me and my husband snacked on some. This is going in my fridge. The other 2 my husband already took to our freezer. And I'd say maybe about 3.5 cups in each bag, which isn't bad. It might be more. I kind of half measured, half just threw it in, and made it look the same amount. So yeah, I got 3 bags of cheese, and that's nice. I'm happy about that. Okay, so tonight for dinner, we're just keeping it simple. I am going to cook up some Elba macaroni noodles, and I am just cooking up some meat right now. I'm going to throw some sauce and some tomatoes in it. I have salt, pepper, minced garlic, and Italian seasoning in here cooking up. And then I will throw this in there with some diced tomatoes. And that will be our sauce, well, and some tomato paste. And that will be our sauce tonight. Just very quick, very easy, very simple dinner. Okay, so now the sauce. So I added some tomato paste. I added some halved cherry tomatoes that I canned. They kind of fell apart, but that's fine. It just adds some tomato flavor. And the jar of garlic tomato sauce, pasta sauce. So I'm just going to let this simmer. Right now I've got the water boiling so that I can do my elbow noodles. So this will just simmer till dinner's ready. And yeah, my husband ran to the store to get Parmesan cheese because I realized we were out, and asked him if he could please get some because I really wanted Parmesan cheese. So that is what we're having. My bread has about 20 minutes left, so we'll see if I'm able to cut it and make it into garlic bread. I'm not sure. So we either will or will not have garlic bread. Are you the cutest?
Baby.
Is that big brother?
Hi.
Is that your big brother? Do you have the same haircut?
Yeah.
He said, where's your hair? Oh, do we love our brother? Yes, we do. Okay, as is true fashion with me, I forgot to film dinner last night. So you saw me make the sauce very quickly. I used elbow macaroni noodles. Did not film our plates at all, but me and my husband had sauce. I believe the babies ate sauce. They might have had butter noodles like Maverick. Maverick had butter noodles. And Jarvis had a ramen because he does not eat regular pasta. He just doesn't like it. So when we eat pasta, he'll have ramen. Okay, sorry, cut off. I know I said I was going to make that bread last night and try and cut it for dinner. It was still really hot by the time we actually ate dinner. So I did not make it for dinner. So I think that's all. I think everything else in the video is pretty much self-explanatory. I guess I will, when I edit, we will see. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that dinner was good, was quick, and it was delicious. But yeah, wasn't anything too wild. Literally just the noodles that I forgot to show you that I made and the bowl. So that was dinner last night. Don't forget to check my description box for all my links.